Hello everyone, JJ from Coastbox, as today is the moment everyone has been waiting for on my YouTube channel. Yes, I'm going to be doing the top 7 roller coasters at Hershey Park, the post countdown. I went to Hershey Park this Saturday. It was a phenomenal park, and I'm going to go in depth of the top 7 roller coasters at Hershey Park. And this is a countdown from worst to like. But I just want to tell you that I couldn't get a chance to go on Sky Rush. So that coaster fight is going to be canceled. So I couldn't get a chance to do Sky Rush, but I'm planning to do a coaster fight probably next week with Untamed and Fahrenheit. So I'm planning to do that. So, I couldn't go on Sky Rush because it was closed due to the weather. It was raining. So that's why I couldn't go get a chance to do Sky Rush. Also, some other coasters that you won't be see on here were closed too, like Storm Runner, Sidewinder, Wild Mouse, and then these 2 coasters were open, but I didn't get a chance to do those, which are Trailblazer, Trailblazer and Coca Cruise. So first up, let's get this countdown started. Number 7, and I just want to tell you guys that the first 3 on this countdown, so 5, 6, 7, are all Woodies. So first up, let's start this countdown. Number 7 is Wallcat. This is just a jerky ride. I rode it for the first time this past Saturday, and it is still jerky. So that's why Wallcat is taking number 7. But it's really jerky. I rode it and I even rode it in the 3rd row of this ride as well. So and it's still jerky. So that's how jerky Wallcat. It's really rough and don't has a good ride experience. I rode Thunderbolt in the 3rd row once, and that was pretty smooth. Wallcat, it's a newer than Thunderbolt, and it was really rough. It wasn't that great of a layout. So that's why Wallcat is taking number 7. Now number 6 might be a surprise to a lot of people. This is Lightning Racer. I put this at number 6 because it's jerky as well. This coaster is really jerky when I went on it. I loved it. I'm not saying that it's a terrible ride. I loved it. But it was really like jerky and it was really rough. So that's why Lightning Racer is taking number 6. But I love dueling. Just the problem that is really rough. So this is the number 2 out of the number 3. Number 5 is Comet. This is probably my favorite wooded coaster at the park so far. And I love this coaster. It's for family. It's a family coaster and I really like it. And it's actually pretty smooth for a wooded coaster. It's really smooth and I don't see this coaster getting the RMC hybrid any soon. This is a very old, classic, smooth coaster. I actually rode it twice. I rode it in the front row and I also rode it in the 2nd row. And I felt like it was smooth. I haven't ridden it in the back. I can see that maybe shaking up, but for me, I rode it in the front. I rode it in the front row once. I rode it in the 2nd row once. So that's why Comet is taking number 5. The rest of the countdown is all steel coasters. So number 4 is Laugh Track. I love this roller coaster. I love it in the dark. It's a really cool coaster. The drop is like really intense. So that's why Laugh Track is taking number 4. Number 3 is Supa Dupa Looper. This is the park Schwarzkopf coaster. I believe it's made by Schwarzkopf. I don't know. But this is the first coaster on the East Coast to have an inversion. So that's pretty cool there. I'm not sure if this is Schwarzkopf though, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be, it might not be. I'm not sure. And this actually isn't really much a thrill coaster. This is more of a family coaster. And my brother, he went, this is his first looping coaster too. And he really liked it. And it's more of a family coaster than a thrill coaster. And if you have like a kid that really wants to go on an inversion coaster and they have not yet, this is a coaster to go to right here. It's just that one extra loop and that's it. Just a plain classic ride. So yeah, this is a phenomenal coaster, and I love it. It's actually pretty smooth as well for an old coaster. So yep. Number 2 is Great Bear. I enjoyed this coaster. I love it. This coaster is so intense. First, I was like, where am I going? Like, and then the drop is right there. I was actually sitting in the second row, in the first, not in the first. I sat in the second row and the third row, and those were smooth. I enjoyed Great Bear, so that's why it's taking number 2. But this could be number 1, but I have to say Fahrenheit is number 1 in my case. I love this coaster, and I'm planning to do a coaster fight pretty soon with Untamed and Fahrenheit. This is probably my favorite coaster at Hershey Park. I actually sat both. I went on this twice, and I sat both in front row. So that's why Fahrenheit is taking number 1. So please post your likes, post your comments as well. If you want to learn more about Coast Blocks, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys pretty soon.